language models machines of the mind, which alludes to the number of cognitive tasks that they're able to execute that were previously exclusive to human capabilities. And so economies at the macro level that have a high sector share of financial services, healthcare services will be the most impacted, in my opinion. Emerging economies, still developing economies, will benefit some of the most from these models, as what these models do is they close skills gaps. And so instead of having to train workers to become experts in a particular field, you can now deploy a model to do some of that for you. So for example, if we can develop a medical language model that's robust and accurate enough, there are a shortage of medical workers in much of the developing world. And so if you could provide this algorithmically, that is a huge benefit to many, many people. We're beginning to see larger scale deployments come in. We think the next 12 to 18 months is one of scaling, where companies that are AI ready, they are able to exploit some of the productivity gains that are available here. And so we think organizations, particularly in the financial services sector, for example, where the data estate is ready to be used for AI, they will be some of the earliest adopters. The EU AI Act does try to balance the need to protect people from the significant harms that can happen from using these models with the need to continue to innovate. And where the regime really targets governance is in the high-risk applications like healthcare, where lives are at stake, like financial services, where people's wealth is at stake. And so it does try to have a lighter touch regulation for lower risk applications to encourage those type of innovations while providing significant oversight for the higher risk things. I think it's clear that the tech is leading the way here. It's moving at an absolutely astounding pace, and governments are struggling to catch up. The EU AI Act, for example, was largely written prior to the release of ChatGPT and large language models, and they had to adjust the regulations in the final stages of it being developed. And so I think it's clear that the tech is leading and governments are going to be following.